Good morning, everyone. I'm still using the Collection Obsession, and it's so funny because it's like, I hadn't really pulled out any pictures for anything, but my granddaughter, the oldest twin, she's the oldest twin. Yeah, she is the oldest twin. But anyway, she set my phone so that different photos would pop up, instead of just having like whatever your photo is there on the cover of your phone, different ones pop up through my photos. And anyhow, this picture popped up, and it's popped up before, and I thought, oh my gosh, that would be so cute on this paper. And this is the youngest granddaughter, the youngest grandchild, and it's Foster. And this is when she was quite little, because it's like I can see she doesn't have too much hair here. But it's like whenever she would get ready to leave, like I would have her for maybe a couple hours, and then she would, like, before she left, she'd want to hold me and give me a big hug. And I just thought it was so cute. And anyhow, Grandpa took these pictures, and he actually got 3 pictures, so I have to use them all. So I thought, it's like, do I just need this is my favorite, just because it's like you can really tell she's hugging me. But I thought, oh, I gotta have them all, because I took, it's like he took 3 pictures, now I gotta use them all. Okay, so I'm gonna lay them kind of like this. And now you notice this is my Collection Obsession. I have not been cutting any of it up. I've just been using it like it is, because it's really all set up. And I tried it on different ones. I actually thought about putting it on here, but by the time you put one picture on, I mean, you can't hardly even tell it's a heart. So, because I almost used this. And then, but I really, really love it on this. So this is what I'm gonna do, is like that. And I thought about matting it, because it's like, I like matting, but I decided I like this so much, and it's like the colors are soft enough, and yet they match well with this, so I'm gonna just go with it. And I'm gonna actually put this one down first. And I want just a little bit of that heart popping out. I mean, you see it looks like torn papers. It's like torn papers from this collection. Okay, I've got to have a little bit of room, because I've been using those tabs. There was a bunch of tabs in that little die set, and it's like, and I just think they're so cute. So I thought I'm just going to use them, even if I use it on every one. Okay, so that's my first one. And let's see how I might wanna. I think I'm gonna. Can't decide if I want this laid over this, because I'm not gonna cover up her, so I guess that's all that's really important. Okay, I've got 2. I'm kind of trying to look at this too, because I want it like 2 over here. Oh, I was texting my niece, and now she's texting me back. Okay, I'm thinking if I have it about like that. So it's kind of like, I want it to look kind of like a sequence of the big event, my big hug. And she's always so sweet. She's like, I call her Little Miss Pleasant, because she really is. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that tab on. I love the tabs. Okay, now the last ones, I actually use the title, or the tabs, as my title. But this one, it's maybe a little bit like a secondary title. I'm going to use, it was actually the name of this paper. It's called This Is Us. And I thought, oh, that's so cute, because it is us. It's me and her. So I thought, I got to use it. So I just cut it off real small. I'm trying to fit it right in there so I don't cover up that little red outline around it. And I think I'm gonna put this little button here because I thought about putting the button on there for some reason, and now I just gotta go with it. I had it in the kit, so it's like I just have to use it. Okay, and now this one is actually going to be called Hugs for Grandma, or Glamma. I tell them I'm Glamma, so I'll probably use that. And now I got my friend messaging me too. I took her over some yogurt. I made this yogurt by it's that doctor that's called he's got a book called something the gut. So this yogurt is supposed to be really good for the gut. Oh, I thought that was like the back of the paper, but it's not. It's just like, oh, I picked it up off the dye board, off my dye mat. And now I can't get that off. It's really like embedded. Okay, there we go. So I'm using these big letters, and they look like they're stitched. I just love them. And I especially love them on baby pages, even though I know I've used them on more than baby pages, and sometimes I don't do the outline, but today I'm going to use the outline because I think they're so cute. And I was actually going to set these all up and before I started, but I forgot. But you know, it's like you could use any part of it. Well, the back, you wouldn't recognize some letters, I guess, without, because the H looks like it could be an M as well. And I had some pink scraps actually already laid out, so from when I did my embellishment, was that last week? Maybe last week, I think. I don't know about you guys, but tell me if you think that it seems like the days are just faster than ever. And hubby had a doctor's appointment, so we were up early today, but it's like the day is still just, it's like we did some errands, and I went over to my friend's and I took her some yogurt. That's what I started talking about. So anyhow, it's like, I said I never really liked yogurt, but this is homemade. It's made with half and half, and it's like, I love the stuff. And it's good for your stomach. It's like, what's not to like about it? So it's gonna say hugs.
Did you tell him that the doctor said I was healthy as a horse?
He is healthy as a horse. Okay, so it's gonna say that on there, and I think that's probably the spot, but no, the thing is, I'm gonna write on here, I'm gonna write for Glamma, and I think I'm gonna put it just in this little section here, and hopefully I don't mess it up. I actually should have waited and put this picture down later. Okay, and I'm gonna say for Glamma, and maybe I better write it someplace else just so I know how to spell it, but you know, if I don't write it down, I'll probably just spell it wrong for sure. Okay. Because that's how I roll. Okay, and I don't want to write it either. So even that's how I pictured it. For Glamma. Okay, kind of got smaller. But I thought I just want it there in black pen underneath it, and I did picture it written, but since she's a baby and she'll be looking at this when she can read. I'm sure one of these days. Okay, and I think that's a good place for me to start. And I better put my ruler here. Oh, I picked a bad place to... Okay, I am just going to try to kind of line it up with that line of the paper. Because I've already put down that button. Okay, so I think this should do it. And of course I'm going to start in the middle. One time I was doing a video and I had all my letters laid out, but then it's like I just pushed them off the layout before I started the video, and so it's like I actually stopped the video, put down all the letters, and started the video again, and here I totally spelt the word wrong, and it was like a 4-letter word. Just because I just picked them up, didn't even bother to pay attention that I didn't have them in order at all. Aren't these letters just so cute? And I really love having letter dies, because sometimes it's like I'll spend half an hour trying to find one set of letters that I can spell out whatever word I want. Sometimes it's ridiculous. So I think letter dies is definitely a best buy. Okay, we gotta figure out where it should be. I think right about there. Okay. Hugs. So now it says hugs for Grandma, and Grandma's little in there. Okay, and then there's these little cherries are in the collection. I just think they're adorable, and I really hadn't planned to, like, where am I going to put these? And I probably need other embellishments. I will have to start adding more embellishments, because I've added, I've used a lot of embellishments, and I've only done 3 layouts so far. But 5 pages, so you know how it is. Okay, and then I have a little yellow heart. This collection is just so cute. Okay, now I have to get out my dimensionals for the butterfly. And I really want my tweezers. My tweezer's got a glob of glue on it. I really need to take off because it looks horrible. Sometimes I have to get the Goo Gone or whatever it is to take it off. Okay. I just love these photos. They're so adorable. Okay, I got my little butterfly all set. I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, and then I've got a heart, some more cherries, and a flower. And I'm going to stick that right up here. That is the only embellishments I had for that spot, right? I had to look. Okay. So the other day I put these, or yesterday I did. Yesterday. I put the heart up on the top part just so it looks like it's a little bit dimensional. And I kind of like the tilted idea once in a while. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it right here by the hugs. And then I got this cute little flower. This is just such an adorable collection. And it's not my usual. You know, I'm totally a Mente girl. Okay, and I'm gonna let that overlap the picture just a tiny bit. Okay, and then I got the more little cherries. Okay. Oh, I totally lost my picture. There it is. Okay, and then I have another heart, and this one's like every color. So again, I'm gonna just pop up that top part. And obviously I used too many of the big dimensionals at first and not enough of the little ones, because now it's like I'm totally out of those big ones that I must have used all the time, and I only have these little ones, but that's all right. Okay. Can you hear the husband over there slurping his coffee?
In case you can't.
No, that's the slurping. Oh no. He slurped it way too much. Okay, I'm gonna try to find the center of this. Okay, so it's right here. Okay. And let's see, I've got this little postage stamp again. And I know the first one I used, it actually said 2 kisses, 2 hugs. But it's like I already used that one. But I was thinking, oh, I want another one that says hugs on it. But they didn't have another one. Okay, I've got more cherries. Because once I used the cherries, I had to use them in each little cluster. Because I think they're just too cute. Okay, and then I have a little peach flower. And then I have another butterfly. And then I have to cut this one. Oh, when I was cutting in the living room, so I don't have my Tim Holtz scissors that I usually like to cut the dimensionals with, because they don't get gunked up as quickly. I always try to push them on a little bit because it's a lot easier to peel off these backs when you do that. Okay, and I'm kind of have it bent here, but it kind of straightened out, so I'm just kind of rebending it. Love this color. Okay, and I know the other days I did not use any enamel dots, but today I'm going to. And it was like just time to bring them out again because, you know, gives a husband something to sing about. Okay, and I think, is it this color I want or the middle one? I think I'm going to use the middle one. It's just a little bit lighter. Okay, and where do I want to, maybe I'll start one right here at the bottom of that heart. That's cute. Where do I want this one? I think I need to put it there. I think it needs one more. Because I think I do need one over here too. I wanted to put one there. Okay. And of course, you know, I have to have one in every cluster, or at least one. I'm going to put a little trail behind the butterfly. Do I want that here? I think I don't like it there. I think it needs to be up here. Yep, that's it.
Are those enamel dots?
They are.
Enamel dots, Terry. Show them where to put them now.
Okay, now y'all know the tune now, right? One of my subscribers said she knows the tune, she knows the song now. Okay, so that's it. This is my third one with that. I hope I have another picture just pop up that I think, oh my gosh, that's it. Okay, because that's it. This one, I just feel like it just landed in my lap. I just love it. So cute. All right, so that's it for today. And I'll be back tomorrow, maybe with another one of these, or I don't know, it's always a mystery. Have a wonderful and blessed day. I will have close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.